but you gotta do it. So we're going to end up doing the Fiends in a weird order, because we're going to do Carry first, because once we're done treasure hunting, we're going to go back to the Volcanoid and hit those Agamas up. So we're going to end up doing Carry first, and probably we're going to end up doing Carry solo with Pile. I don't know what these guys don't like. I'm going to use Ice 3. I don't think river monsters are weak to lightning the way ocean monsters are. I'm not sure what the difference is with maybe freshwater and saltwater. Who knows? I don't know anything about anything. But yeah, we'll do Carry first, and then we'll do Tiamat, because there's a huge concentration of treasures in the Mirage Tower and Floating Castle that we'll check. Lots and lots of treasure rooms. Also a great place to get experience for the characters we don't level up in the volcano. Tiamat will be able to Bane. Bane was a level 5 spell. We have to find it first. I don't remember where it was. We gotta find Bane and Nuke. We couldn't afford him when we first went through, but we can afford him now. But yeah, Tiamat we can Bane. Then we'll do... Then it depends. No, I think that we'll do Crack and then we'll do Lich. Because if we get that, if we go through Mirage Tower, Floating Castle, don't find the tail or the Mazmune, Sunsword's good enough. I'm just happy with a Sunsword on my fighter. That's perfectly fine. So we'll open up the concentration of treasures in Mirage Tower, Floating Castle, and then that'll be all for treasure hunting. You've got nothing for me. I'm gonna hit this inn too, because I haven't hit an inn in a minute. What's my heal situation look like? I've got 88. Where did I see Nuke and... Did I buy Fast? I don't know what any magic is anywhere. I really don't. We're just gonna do a quick world tour of black magic. 'Cause I don't remember what was where. Brickroad, you should take down some notes. Write what you've seen and where you've seen it and spare us all. There's Warp. I have Warp already. Level 8 Ice 2, that's just hilarious to me. Oh, heal potions I wanted to buy. So that's 60 some odd thousand gil for a spell that we can't cast until level 8. But we can cast for free with this black shirt as much as we want. Like, hello. Yeah, I don't remember where Nuke and Fast were, but those are what we're gonna buy. And I think, yeah, we'll get him one fast charge for Chaos. Lock works, but it's still useless. I still wouldn't buy Lock. And I'll check Crescent Lake down here. Leveling 3 characters up would take too long, so we're not going to worry about Fade. There's Nuke. Oh, it was 7. Oh, not Lars, Sam. Oh, is... Huh. Wait, why can't he cast it? Because it's level 7 and level 8 magic, and he's got to be a black wizard to use it. Well, that's a reason to class change, I suppose. Well, we need Bane still. Okay. So the permissions check, then, that allows you to be able to cast spells that you wouldn't be able to cast, but not levels of spells that you wouldn't be able to cast. That's fair enough. That makes a little more sense. But yeah, level 7 and 8 magic is still not in the cards for us yet. Not without a tail, and if we don't get a tail, it's never in the cards. So I'm not going to level Sam. Well, that's going to change my strategy a little bit. What I'm going to do is go back to Leaf and get the Chime. We're going to do Mirage Tower and Floating Castle first. and see if we can find a tail in the easy boxes there. If we don't find a tail, then we won't class change. If we do find a tail, then we'll class change, then we'll go to the volcano. The difference being, if we find a tail, power leveling Sam is worth it. I'm sorry, Sam is worth it. If we don't find a tail, it's not worth it. And it's not worth it to go out of a way to find the tail, because... Oh, you know what? No, next thing we have to do before we... Oh, why didn't I think of this? No, next thing we got to do is all of the Mystic Key locations. That's what we'll do next. We will go fight Astus. We'll get the key. We'll check all the Mystic Key locations. Because those are freebie treasures, basically. Those are freebie treasures. There's 2 attacks called Poison. One does this, which I guess... I thought it poisoned you. Oh, it's Stinger that poisoned you. The poison one stones you. Okay. Because that's a spell I think that's used by Tiamat in the Floating Castle. The other one is the straight up damage spell that we saw Imps have much earlier in the game. What level was Soft? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I can buy many houses now, though, so I'm not worried about it. Next time I'm in the item shop, I'll just buy all of the houses. And it'll be great. Man, this is the interesting thing about Randomizer, is you have to kind of change on the fly what you're going to do and when if you want to play efficiently. If you're just dedicated to checking all the treasures everywhere, then it doesn't matter. You'll just go to every dungeon in order, or whatever order you want. But... my decision tree looks different depending on what I find and where. I mean, let's try to bane them. So if we find the tail in one of the Mystic Key doors, we'll get our class change and we'll power level Sam. So we'll go to the volcano next. If we don't find the tail in one of the Mystic Key doors, we will power leveling Sam... I'm sorry, Sam? Might not be worth it right away, so we'll go to Mirage Tower and check those treasures. If we find the tail there, then we'll get the class change. And we'll let Sam get power leveled in the volcano, but if we don't find the tail at all... Actually, I like Bane Sword for this. I don't need the healing right now. If we don't find the tail at all, then we will not power level Sam in the volcano. We'll just power level Pile. That's the master plan. Goat, I don't care about at all. Like, at all. Heal 2 is the best thing Goat can do. We've got the life spell just in case, but... in fact... oh, I already took off her ribbon. Well, yeah, she doesn't get a ribbon now. We're going to Astus. Alright, Astus is going to go down fast. Believe it or not, Castle Ordeals is locked by the crown. The guy in Ordeals you talk to tells you that it's locked. But it actually really is locked. In a normal game, it doesn't matter because you can't get to there without finding the crown and doing all this rigmarole anyway. But... oh, this guy's going to go down fast. Let's see if you can bane him. That's it. That 1 damage. That's all you get, son. Oh, come on. We can't 1-round Astus, really? Fine, you jerks. Ugh. Normally you can't get the Castle Ordeals without the crown anyway. But in Randomizer, it's a possibility. And if you get there without finding the crown, it doesn't let you inside. So that's the other Matoya's Cave. Usually you don't do this running around in an airship. You do it in just a ship. But hey, go me. But in Randomizer, if you skip Astus, if you don't get the crown at all, and you go up there, no, Castle Ordeals will not let you in without the crown. So that's another option they put in the Randomizer. It's called Early Ordeals. It lets you into Ordeals whether or not you have the crown. And the reason that at first you might think, well, that's just you're just making life easier on yourself. You're actually making life a little more complicated on yourself, because being able to go into ordeals without the crown expands your decision tree a little bit. If it's crown locked, then, oh, I just don't go there if I don't have the crown. No big deal. But if it's not crown locked, well, now you have to consider, do I go to ordeals at all? And if so, when? Especially if you have early ordeals checked, but... Oh no, there's treasure share I need to get first. If you have early ordeals checked, but ordeals I incentivize also checked, because now one of your important items is going to be in ordeals. You have to go there. So you have some mix and match of options that you can kind of play around with. Different way... Excuse me, I'm all burpy all of a sudden. Ugh. Different ways to play the randomizer. Glitch door. If I'm all burpy, that means I should probably drink some water. Ah, glug, glug, glug. Okay. We have Mystic Key doors to check. We are powerful enough now that the bottom floor of the Marsh Cave would be a quick check, but I just on principle, I don't want to go into the Marsh Cave if I don't have to. Tiny amounts of gold, large amounts of gold, and a katana that I can't use because I don't have a ninja. Thieves are very slightly better in Randomizer because they fixed, first of all, running is fixed. Running is now based on your luck stat, which it's supposed to be, but it's not in vanilla, it's bugged. So the thief is better at running than other characters. And an early katana means a class-changing thief is pretty good. Other than that, no thieves still suck. Hey, I found my ribbon. What do I throw away? I throw away this. No, not that. That's not what I wanted. Oh, actually, I should throw away this too, because he's got a pro ring. I might not get a better shield than that, and he might not class change. Oh well. Pile, this is your ribbon. Enjoy. Is that all 3 ribbons? Ribbon? Ribbon? Yeah, we got all 3 ribbons. Beautiful! Ribbon reduces the damage of, like, attack spells dramatically. It's a huge difference. And also, holding the run button in the airship makes it slower, which makes it easier to target specific tiles to land on. Neat little quality of life stuff, you know? Spiders, you're gonna regret life. I'm sorry, but you're just going to regret life. It's sad to see that done to a spider, but what you gonna do? This one too. He's gone. Goat finally has a weapon, and it's a weapon that was actually found in the location where you would usually find that weapon. So that's kind of funny. Funny old world. Gargoloids. Probably not as scary as red gargoloids. Those red gargoloids were the scariest things we saw in the volcano, because they could petrify, and you can get up to 8 or 9 of them at once, which is not a guaranteed wipe, but it's still not something you want to see. Ah, useless sword, a little tiny amount of gold. And last place we can check with the key is the Dwarf Cave. So it's funny, usually you make 3 visits to the Dwarf Cave in a typical run. You go there to get the early gold in vanilla, then you go there to turn in the key TNT and check this room, and then you come back later to turn in your adamant. But we actually had to make 4 trips here. Oh, I probably should use that ice shield, shouldn't I? Yeah, it's going to be better than this iron shield. Alright. I don't need to fight these. And I got my chime, didn't I? We went back to leaf it already? We got that? That's taken care of? Yeah, we're good. We got the chime, we got the cube, we got... I did buy Bane, right? Yeah, we got Bane. And we got Invis 2, which will help a little bit against Tiamat's hits. Alright, let's see what kind of good treasures we get here. If any. We got 3 ribbons, so I'm not really scared of most of anything in here. Ooh, vampires. Do vampires have something nasty? Or are they going to go down real fast to harm 4? I should give him the heal helmet. Oh, he doesn't have a spot for it. Never mind. I was going to buy more houses, wasn't I? And then I didn't. Alright, you're going to get lit 3 then. Harm 4 should kill them. Actually, I should have just used the black shirt. I shouldn't have risked a spell slot on this fight at all. Ooh, low hit point vampires. So we got that going for us. You like to see that. That means the vampire in the Earth Cave is going to be super easy. There are some fights we'll take in here just for the big experience, especially if we get like eyes later on. Would be great. That's a sword that I want. Let's get rid of that, and 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 that. So I can't equip that yet, but I don't know what level Ruse was. Who gets the defense is going to depend on some stuff later on. Who wants a pro cape? I don't think anybody wants a pro cape.
Shoutouts to Lord Enigma for sponsoring this video, and to everybody who helps make my channel possible by supporting me on Patreon.